So here in the lofts, just having a little look around. Not too much going on there, to be honest with you, at the moment. Things are quite settled. Uh, I've done 2 rounds of the bull system successfully. I've gotten, I think, 20 odd young boards out of them, 18 odd youngsters out of it. 16 to 18, actually, I think. And it's 5 there, yeah. Anyway, so 16 to 18 youngs. It looks like I'll have a first round team of about 24 young boards. Was hoping for about 30, but 24 is okay. They're going to be aimed at Guernsey, any age race at the end of the year with the BICC in August. So the bull system is ongoing. The cocks are all separated for the moment. Well, actually not all of them. There's 5 pair. 5 pair are still there. 5 pair are still there. Feeding the last of the bull system young boards. There's 2, 4. Well, the second round there's 2, 4, 6, 7. So the 7 there out of the second round had a couple of eggs didn't hatch out, even though they're fertile. Look, nothing you can do about that. I'm not worried. So with that being said, the ones I've 7 of the hens for the bull system out of the 8. One hen is wearing their own young boards, so I've 7 out of the 8. Have been separated for a couple of weeks now, except for one of them, who was only separated on Thursday. So today is Sunday. So the plan is now I'm going to put the bull system back in swing this week on Wednesday. I'm going to pair the boards up, 4 of them on Wednesday and 3 of them on Thursday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting the bullcock to service the 3 hens a day from day 3. So on day 3, he'll service 3 hens. On day 4, the next day, he'll service the other 3 hens, which will be their respective day 3. And then I'm going to roll that out to their day 6s, or day 7. So day 3, day 5, day 7, and probably day 9. I might even run it up till they lay, in the hope of getting a higher fertility rate than I've gotten roughly 50% at the moment on all the 50% hit rate on the amount of eggs laid. So I'm thinking that if I do it from day 3 and then roll them every second day, the 3 hens, because he's paired with his own hen, he'll be here with her all the time. I've no doubt that the 2 of them will be fully fertile, so I've no doubt about that. So just a quick look at the way they are. They're all quite settled, as you can see them there. All quite settled, happily enough, where they are. The ones that are open are the ones where the young boards still are there, which is great, and that's going to keep going. I'm going to keep the young board. They'll be ready probably in the next 10 days. They'll be ready to go. They're about 10 days old, so 10 to 12 days. They'll go on the floor probably. Today is Sunday. Next Saturday they'll go on the floor, and hopefully from that point on, then they will be reared. So really, it turns to racing now. So I have 12 boards for racing, all boards, 10 yearlings, 1 2-year-old and 1 3-year-old. 2017, yeah, 1 3-year-old. So they're all going to be aimed at Le Mans, which is on the 4th of July with the BICC. So really looking forward to that. Now I haven't joined any other clubs, so really the legwork is going to have to be done by me to prepare these boards correctly. So the plan is to start training them probably the first week in May, and then push them out as far as probably 200 miles solo if I can, 150 miles solo if I can. They're really about building up the stamina is what I'm going to aim for this year with the boards, because I think that's where they were falling down before. They hadn't got enough stamina. So that's what I'm aiming to build on this year, stamina. So the feeding system that I'm going to use for those boards is they're going to be on a heavy protein diet. So I'm going to use breed and win, and I'm going to put 20% barley into that, so I can control the diet and that they're getting enough, but they're not getting overfed either. We all know they don't like barley; it's the last thing in the trough. So that's the way it's going to be. There's going to be homoform mixed in with the feed. They're going to have oil and natural iron powder. Is it natural iron powder? Vitamin R powder on the food as well, and just grits and minerals as we normally do. Fresh water, and they're going to be raced naturally this year. So I've never raced natural before. I'm going to race natural this year. At the moment they're laying their 2nd round of eggs because I never separated the boards this year. So they're just carrying on as we go. They're laying their 2nd round of eggs. Most of them have laid now. The trick to this is if you don't let them hatch, they don't go into a molt. So these boards on their 2nd round of eggs, they laid them, they deserted naturally, and now they're laying again, and they will desert naturally, and they actually will not molt. So what I want to do is for Le Mans, I'm planning to get them all down, and hopefully on some of them I might try an older young board, so have a 2-week-old young board going to the race, and others I'm going to try and have and others I'm just watching how they sit. I'm trying to watch their behaviour, especially for sitting. And I might, you know, the hens are very aggressive and the eggs are due to hatch, so I might get a couple on 2-day-old squabs. It might be easier just to treat them all the same, but I'm going to try and vary it. I have 6 pair, exactly 6 pair, and that's not to say that when the time comes there'll be 6 pair left. I could only have 3 pair left, but they're what I'm going to work with to get them to Le Mans, and that's what I'm going to do. But at the moment, it's all going well. They're flying well. They're out in open hole, and I really couldn't ask for anything better. They're shining. They're absolutely shining. And just give you a look there real quick. There we go. So this is them here real quick. So I have a nest box blocked off there because that cock was actually up there and he was fighting, so I locked that box so he couldn't go. These birds have laid. This hen actually laid in the young board section the other day because they were on a open hole with them, and I just put her in there with her egg. She laid her second egg there. I've actually only dummied all these eggs tonight. That hen is the only one down in the bottom there. Where we go? Down there, yeah. So she's the only one still to lay. I've even a pair on the floor. That's their second nest on the floor. So I'm quite happy. They're shining there. He's the 2-year-old. This is a very late bred cock. They were September, those two. September bred young birds, those two. In here, September bred. Quite happy with them. So yeah, so I have 12 there. 12 there for racing, and 12 there destined for Le Mans. So I'll keep you all posted on how that's going. I'm going to keep on going with what I was doing. I'm quite happy with the way it is. I'll keep on breeding. The next round of boars being bred are being sent out off the wizard because they have to go to people that promised the boars to. Specifically, Nick Harvey has to get a few. It's his cock. And a couple of the hens that I had on loan are him. So I'm going to hopefully send him over 6 or 8 young boars. I'm going to aim for. Be a minimum 6 to be able to give him as a thank you for letting the cock come over here. But yeah, so it's all go. I hope all your own breeding is going well. I hope I'm sure everybody, you know, we're hitting mid-March now. It's the 7th of March, or 8th of March, and everybody is prepping for the races. So mine are on open hole. As I said, I won't be doing that until May, and then I'll be working for 6 weeks, probably up to the 4th of July, to get the boards ready, and I'll do a little bit of a diary on how it's going to go. Something similar to what I did for poitiers. I'm going to operate the same system. They're going to be on open hole. They're going to be trained because I want to train them out privately, out that distance. And the feeding is heavier. So if you remember back to the poitier story, if you look back along these videos, the feeding I used before was a Jerry Plus mix. I found that the way I fed them and how it operated was very good. I just found the feed too light. So I'm going back to an old school method, not using the breeding wean, but the old Irish ways of a heavy protein mix. Build up the muscle, build up the stamina, try and get the boards across from Milan at 465 miles. That's the aim. So I hope you guys out there are successful in what you want to do this year. You know, comment, good or bad, all welcome. Okay, have a good evening, guys.